I just finished Josh Sundquist's book, We Should Hang Out Sometimes. It reminded me a lot of when I was in school and trying to like tell people that I liked them and maybe start relationships and stuff. I was really, really awkward when I was in school too. I was very insecure with boys when I was in school. I think a lot of girls were, I don't know. But he wrote that book because he was 25 when he got his first real girlfriend. Like, it took him that long after like asking or hanging out with a lot of girls. He finally was able to get one to say, yes, I will be your girlfriend. When I was in high school, I had a lot of crushes on a lot of guys who were like popular theater people that I had zero chance with. And they weren't even really my friends, let alone guys that I could possibly be dating. And that was like freshman through junior year, was like focusing on the entirely wrong sorts of guys. Normally when you are in a relationship with somebody, it's somebody that you actually talk to and get to know. But like when I was a freshman, I had a crush on a guy. Actually, I went to high school already having a crush on this guy because I had seen him when I was about to go to high school. I had seen him in the musical. I like never really got to talk to him. I built sets so that I could be around him in theater, but that was like as close as I ever got. And then sophomore year, I had a crush on a guy who was like a year older than me. And I talked to him a little bit more. We built sets together and everything, but he was a year older than me and already knew people at school, and I was shy and awkward and totally didn't know what I was doing. Something I have been really bad at in my life, which I got slightly better at, but we'll get to that, is talking to people. When I was a junior in high school, I had a boyfriend who was like a boyfriend where like we'd hold hands and see each other at school, but that's like all. And we went to prom together, but people go to prom with friends all the time. And but we did theater together, and he was nice, and he's still my friend, although I haven't seen him since I graduated high school. And then when I got to college, it was the same sort of thing. I would get crushes on guys in my theater classes and think, oh yes, this is the guy that I really like, and like think about them all the time, and like, oh, I wonder what it'll be like when I see him again. But then like when I would see them, I wouldn't talk to them. I would just look at them. The closest I ever came was with a boy who was a year younger than me. We had several classes together, and actually we worked on some poetry assignments together, and he had read some of the things, the like plays that I wrote, because I was in playwriting with him, and I played him Happy Birthday on my ukulele and stuff like that. So I did a little bit better with him, but still it never moved beyond like classmate friend with him, because I never was actually like, hey, I like you. But looking back on it now, it's kind of funny, because when I look back at all the guys that I liked, I'm friends with some of them on Facebook, but when I look back at them and when I see what they're up to now, I'm just like, it wouldn't have worked out. I'm glad that I didn't waste my time, because I wouldn't have been happy. The thought of being with them made me happy, but being with them, I probably wouldn't have been happy, because they were not, they were people, and I didn't actually know them as people. But seeing them on Facebook, it's like, oh, well, this is annoying, or this is not the type of thing that I would have wanted. And so I can see clearly that it's okay. Which, of course, it's okay. When you like people in school that you don't actually date, of course you're going to be fine. But, But when I met Luis, I went to a gathering and wasn't even planning to meet anybody. Maybe in the back of my mind I was thinking maybe I'll meet someone, but probably not. The thing that I did, that it was something that I didn't used to do, was I went kind of, like, I saw him initially and I thought he was cute, so I positioned myself so I would be close to him, so that maybe an interaction would happen. But then when I got so close to him to talk, I was too shy, which is typical me. But he spoke to me, and we've been together now for over 3 years. I was 24, and a month later I turned 25. So like the parallels with Josh Sundquist's story were kind of creeping me out a little bit, because like the awkward situations where you'd like hang out with somebody and you'd want to tell them, hey, I like you, but you'd be too shy, stuff like that would happen to me when I was younger. I think it's something that a lot of people worry about when they're younger. They worry about having a boyfriend and like the age, like, oh, there comes an age where it's like unacceptable that you haven't dated someone yet. And I feel like that age is getting smaller and smaller, like younger and younger. to the point where now it's like, oh, you're 12 and you haven't had a boyfriend yet. What's wrong with you? And when I was 12, I was obsessed with the Beatles and didn't really think about actual, like, talking to boys that I knew. I was 25 when I had my first boyfriend, but I'm still with him and I'm still happy with him and I love him, and I wouldn't trade any of it. I wouldn't go back and change anything because I wouldn't be where I am now, and I like where I am now.